Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. The mid-season update, or Season 1 Reloaded, is now live in Warzone. This is going to introduce a lot of different things to the game. We're talking a bit of new content right away, then also throughout the rest of the season as well. We, of course, have plenty of new changes to go over too. This basically is going to be the last major update, I would say, before Season 2. So quite a bit we're hoping to see updated with this patch, and today we got the full patch notes to go over. So as we go over them all, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. Would be seriously appreciated. And of course, if you're new to the channel or if you have not already subscribed, right around 56% of viewers watching are not subbed yet, and each and every day I got you covered with everything going on in COD, news, updates, loadouts, tips. It is all right here, so feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. But let's go ahead, let's get into these patch notes. So we've got January 12th, the mid-season update. As far as the playlists go, they actually preview these for the rest of the month. For Caldera, we're going to see Vanguard Plunder, which is a brand new mode that is Plunder, but only Vanguard stuff. So no more Cold War weapons, no more Modern Warfare weapons, and that, I'm sure that'll be semi-controversial for Plunder players. We're also going to see Battle Royale solos, duos, trios, and quads. So all the usual stuff there. We've also got Rebirth Island, duos, trios, and quads. That I like to see. They finally listened and gave us multiple playlist options for Rebirth Resurgence. Definitely good news there. I like that. Big fan of that one for sure. Now for modes, Vanguard Plunder. Like I said, we've curated a 1940s take on the tried, tested, and well-loved mode Plunder, dropping with the same World War II only rule set. So like I said, just Vanguard weapons and just Vanguard operators there. So just prepare yourself if you're a Plunder player. No more Cold War or Modern Warfare weapons while that mode is live. For bug fixes, this is a nice long list. You'll love to see that because the game needs a lot of fixes when it comes down to it. So here, they fixed several issues causing instability on Xbox and PlayStation, and there's more fixes to come. Hopefully this is having to do with 60 FPS where it should be 120. All the crashing, all the rendering issues, the gold flake errors, so on and so forth. I'm hoping to see some productive fixes for console players so y'all can actually experience the game. Fixed an issue that was causing crashes on PlayStation 5. Good news there. Fixed an issue with the packed powder attachment where it was increasing locational multipliers. This is what was making some of the shotguns so strong. They also fixed an issue with the double barrel where its akimbo perk would not properly decrease damage, so that is now officially nerfed. They also fixed an issue with SMG Alpha where the VDD 189 short barrel was incorrectly affecting locational multipliers. Fixed an issue with Assault Rifle Charlie where the 3 to 6 times optic would envelope the screen when firing. That's on the bar, so you can actually use the 3 to 6 times scope now. Fixed various collision issues, basically out of the map exploits and whatnot. Fixed an issue causing players to return from the gulag with an incorrect loadout. An issue causing players to get kicked from the gunsmith while accessing custom loadouts. An issue causing incorrect visual assets to appear in store bundles. Text descriptions for operators. Different text things on the social menu. Various calling cards. Store bundle rarities. The Get 3 Wins is Francis operator mission. That's now going to track correctly if you're trying to get that challenge done. Fix an issue with the exfil cinematic to end prematurely. The match summary button not working. And then also the TAC insert not appearing and field upgrades. Then they also go over some known issues. The Xbox home button players are reporting an issue where pressing the home button twice may cause instability, and also clan tags typing certain characters is going to also cause instability as well. Now for weapons, we've got the brand new well gun. In Vanguard multiplayer, it is insane. I expect it to be pretty good here in Warzone as well. Weapon adjustments. There are several changes pertaining to visual recoil below. Though the systems that compromise visual recoil are complex, we'll be using the term loosely to describe the effects of camera or weapon movement that may not be directly tied to its recoil behavior. So just visual recoil when it comes down to it. So for Vanguard, Assault Rifle Alpha and Hotel, the visual recoil was decreased, and also on Hotel, the regular recoil was decreased as well. So Alpha is going to be the STG. Hotel, I believe, is the automaton. On the AS-44, the initial recoil was decreased and the recoil deviation was decreased as well, so hopefully that'll be a bit better for ranged fights now. On the NZ, the recoil deviation was decreased slightly and the recoil ramp up now occurs 1 bullet later. Then on the Einhorn, they actually increased the hip spread. Now for attachments, on the Cooper, the compressed rounds, horizontal recoil control was decreased a little bit and the visual recoil was also decreased. I'm not really a big fan of the compressed. When you're using incendiary or lengthen most of the time, those aren't really a big factor. For barrels, on the STG, the 760mm barrel now has its visual recoil decreased. Same deal on the Cooper carbine, I guess is what they're trying to say there. I'm not too sure. Or they just, I think, mistyped it. Okay, so then on the Cooper carbine, the sprint to fire on the 22-inch barrel was decreased a little bit. So it's just a typo with how they laid that out. On LMGs, on Charlie, this is going to be the Bren No, that barrel, the Royal Barrel, no longer removes the damage fall off. That's a pretty big nerf there. Now multiplies the damage range by 1.5 up from 1. The horizontal recoil control was also increased. For SMG Charlie, this is going to be on the MP40. The 317mm barrel now decreases hip fire accuracy by 6.5% almost, so you're not going to be as accurate from the hip if you're using that first barrel. For gun perks, on the double barrel akimbo, the hip spread accuracy decreased by 40% now, down from 32%, so it's going to be less accurate from the hip. For magazines, assault rifle alpha, this is going to be the STG again. The Granco 50 round mags, the visual recoil was decreased. On the Cooper carbine, the 45 round mags, move speed was increased, ADS speed was increased, horizontal control and vertical control was also decreased there. Then on LMG Charlie, on the Bren, the 40 round mags, which is what everyone's using, the vertical and the horizontal control was increased a little bit, so that'll also behave a little bit differently now. For muzzles, on assault rifle Charlie, this is going to be the bar. The Mercury silencer, vertical and horizontal recoil was increased, and the MX silencer, horizontal control was increased, and visual recoil was slightly decreased. So here they're basically saying all these increases means there's going to be more recoil, keep in mind. On assault rifle Hotel, the automaton again, Mercury silencer, vertical control increased, horizontal control increased, visual recoil decreased. On the MX silencer, ADS speed decreased, and then we also have some horizontal control increase there as well. So you're giving more recoil, but increasing the ADS speed basically with the MX silencer. On the Einhorn revolving, the full choke, the ADS spread or bloom was decreased a little bit. A reduction to this multiplier will increase the size of its firing cone while ADSing. Now for rear grips, on the STG, the Pine Tar, the ADS speed is decreased and the vertical control was increased. On the rubber grip, that now decreases idle sway control and the vertical control was increased. On the automaton, the polymer grip actually decreases visual recoil more. For stocks on the STG, the folding stock visual recoil was decreased slightly. On the Cooper, the remove stock now has decreased control all around and visual recoil was also decreased. On the Einhorn, the remove stock hip fire accuracy was increased, and same deal on the Hunter stock as well. For underbarrels on the STG, the Carver and the hand stop both had their visual recoil decreased, so it'll be easier to use that now. On assault rifle Charlie, so the bar, Carver, and the strife angle each have vertical control increases, but visual recoil decreases. And then on the automaton, Carver and hand stop, ADS speed decreased, hip spread accuracy increased, control increased, visual recoil decreased. For the hand stop, control increased horizontally and vertically. Idle sway control is decreased, visual recoil is decreased. So quite a few changes to recoil in general here. Some increases where you'll notice more recoil, some decreases where you'll notice less recoil, but that I think does it for the weapon tuning. For operators, Isabella is going to be available now through a brand new store bundle. We also are going to see the Attack on Titan Levi edition bundle. We've talked about this previously in its own video earlier on this week. Then we get the download sizes. On PlayStation 5 and 4, it's going to be 4.8 gigs. On Xbox, it'll be 5.1. On PC, it'll be 3.9 if you're just a Warzone player, or 8 gigs if you own Warzone and Modern Warfare. Hopefully this update has some fixes to Modern Warfare, because that game's also got plenty of bugs going on as well, despite nothing being mentioned in the patch notes here. But that is effectively everything that ended up changing in this new update today. A lot of changes, a lot of bug fixes that hopefully are going to drastically improve the quality of life here, and definitely some shifts in the meta as well. The MP40 won't be as good as before, but it'll still be very solid because all they nerfed was the hip fire accuracy there, so that's not a huge nerf to it. Probably still going to be the best SMG. Bren, I feel like, is still going to be a top tier weapon because the nerf to that really just makes it more in line with some of these other weapons, but it's still going to be very easy to use and hit very hard. So some changes. I'd expect more weapon tuning here, though, in the relatively near future, to say the least. But all that being said, that is going to wrap things up for today. That is effectively everything that changed in the mid-season update. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. Would be seriously appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, or if you have not already subscribed, this is the best place to be for all things going on in COD. News, updates, loadouts, tips, it's all right here. So feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy. Have an awesome rest of your day. And I will catch you guys later. Peace out.